If I told you 3 years ago that this guy was a YouTube genius, you'd probably laugh in my face. Back then, Speed was just another teenager with a gaming YouTube channel. Today, this boy from Ohio runs one of the biggest gaming YouTube channels on the platform. In fact, in the last 10 months, Speed has gathered over 9 million subscribers and he is gaining over 60 million views per month, something that very few creators have done. And it poses an interesting question. What is Speed doing that is different to all the other YouTubers? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you how Speed is beating the YouTube algorithm, and I think that you're going to be surprised by the strategy that he uses to get over 68 million views per month. This isn't by accident. Well, the really interesting thing with Speed is that very few people are noticing. I mean, with an estimated RPM of $3, he could be making well over $200,000 per month just from YouTube's AdSense. Whether you love or hate Speed, you can't overlook the genius moves that he has made. He has been making videos for over 4 years now, with most of the YouTubers that started the journey with him falling off and others can't make a living out of YouTube. But Speed, on the other hand, is pulling in more views and subscribers than any other YouTube creator in his niche. This tells us something, that he didn't just get lucky, and that sometime around here, he discovered something that changed everything. The good thing is that during my research on Speed, I've put together 3 factors that have made Speed to have a ridiculous growth on YouTube. Let's get to the bottom of this. What did Mr. Beast and Eric have in common when they were starting out? Mr. Beast used PewDiePie and Eric used Logan Paul. They sparked their growth on YouTube by trend jacking. You see, this technique of using YouTubers or trends as part of your video in theory is the perfect strategy to grow your channel. Since you don't have a following, you make a video on someone or something that has. By this, you end up stealing their audience and you bring them up to yours. But it also comes with a problem, which is competition. Many people are now using this technique, but Speed discovered one thing on how he could use this tactic to his advantage. You see, in the past, Speed could make videos just like any other YouTuber, and he was getting very little results, but he needed to hack YouTube's attention. And that is when he came up with a big idea of teaming up with other YouTubers who had a massive following in his niche. And from this, he could get shoutouts. But the problem is that 90% of the YouTubers who use this format still don't get any views. But Speed is here pulling in 3 million views on every video. How often do you see a YouTuber pull numbers like this? I'll tell you the truth. There's something that Speed does that makes the YouTube algorithm to recommend him like no one else, which takes us to step number 2. So much on going viral is based on how much you can hold onto a viewer in your video. An extra 1 minute of your video can be the difference between 1,000 views and 1,000,000 views. Let's take a look at the tactic that Speed uses. Speed is a gaming YouTuber. In short, he streams on YouTube. Getting someone to watch a video that is 2 hours long is a very hard thing to do. For someone to click on that video, he needs a lot of motivation. So Speed's genius strategy was that he will do a 2-hour live stream, then post a 6 to 10 minute clip of the stream as a YouTube video. The only difference being that it had a better title. Only posting the ones with funny reactions, which consisted of him freaking out and what caused the freak out. These rage highlight videos would become a staple in his channel, and it was becoming the thing that people wanted to see whenever they watched his videos. His rage moments were becoming more apparent and people would watch his video just to see him freak out. Speed's viewers turned into a community that will share his freak out clips on TikTok and other social medias. These clips will then trend and they will pull in new viewers from TikTok and Instagram. But the problem is, not everyone who came from TikTok enjoyed watching someone playing a game. Which brings us to his last step. Speed has broken a lot of YouTube records and rules. And one of them was picking a niche. People always say, pick a niche when starting out a YouTube channel. You need a certain type of content that your audience will know and then stick to it. I think this is generally a good advice, but let's take a look at Speed. He started out making NBA 2K gaming videos, then branched into vlogs, then went into doing some music, doing edits and even pranks. Now, try and put this content into a niche. You can't. Does this mean that you shouldn't care about being in a niche on YouTube? Well, no. You see, what Speed has done to branch into various content is much smarter than you might think. You see, having a niche is very important. Every big YouTuber started out with a niche, then branched out as they grew. As simple as it may seem, it is an area where small YouTubers often go wrong. Many of us try to cover too many areas at one time, and as a result, we don't experience growth in any of them. The YouTube algorithm rewards creators in a clear niche. If your content jumps around, you'll struggle to build any momentum. I might sound a little bit confusing. I am saying that Speed no longer has a niche, but now I'm saying that you should have a niche. You see, with Speed there's a difference. When he started out, he was a full gamer, focusing mainly on NBA. He used this niche to gain initial attention and grow a subscriber base, but he also does something that very few YouTubers achieve. You see, as Speed moves to a new style of content, he brings his audience with him. Every time, there's very little fall off, and people who loved his NBA 2K videos also love his troll on Omegle videos. If Speed had just stuck with NBA, I don't think he would ever have the numbers that he has now. But at the start, if he never started with the NBA videos, he may never have been discovered in the first place. The key is in the way he evolved. He introduces new content gradually by integrating it to his old content, piece by piece, until he fully branches out. But the main reason as to why Speed keeps on growing is that even if he changes the content, he never changes his personality. The same Reggie Speed in NBA 2K is the same Reggie Speed in his most recent vlogs.